Hey, what's up? My name's Grant Kanoki. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and artist, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your number one resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Steven Cuoco.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You are live on air with Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. We've got Javier Luna. He is an actor, singer, model, and social media influencer with over 12 million followers on his social media platforms. He is bilingual. He is a bilingual actor who has done many TV shows for various networks, including Disney Channel and Comcast. Javi has recently won the Best Lead Actor at the New York International Film Festival and another one for Best Actor at the Los Angeles Film Festival for his most recent movies, God and Salsa and Somewhere Then. With us right now, Javier Luna.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Very, very great. It's a beautiful day out. I believe winter is officially over. What about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm on my way to Las Vegas, actually. For a NFT festival, you can call it like that. I don't know how familiar you are with NFTs, but
no, I am very familiar.
Right. Yeah.
So are you going as a celebrity? Is this a red carpet?
I don't really know what to expect. I just got an invitation and here I go. It's gonna be great. It's with the Chainsmokers, Kid Laroi. So I'm excited to see them perform. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So when are you going to be here? Because I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm actually going to be there in I would say 2.5 hours, something like that.
And when's the event?
The event is at 8
tonight.
p.m. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're just going as someone that's going to enjoy the festivities, see what's happening, and enjoy, I guess, assume a live concert?
It's kind of, a bunch of influencers we get invited I think they also want us to be a part of the NFT project. So, we'll see what happens, but it's more for, influencers and celebrities. Yeah.
So with that, we've got also updated news. You've got two awards just recently on top of now you're heading on over to Vegas for this NFT event.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So I recently won Best Lead Actor at the New York Film Festival, International Film Festival, for God and Salsa. That one was a really, really big surprise, honestly, because I was nominated with another 4 amazing actors, and I didn't expect to win. They usually don't give the awards to the younger people, but I was very lucky to get the award. It's one of my first awards for as a lead actor, and to receive an award also acting in my second language, which is English. My first language is Spanish. I was very, very surprising. But I'm really grateful for everyone who voted. Yeah, it was amazing.
Well, I'm not, and I guarantee Marcos Papadatos over there at Digital Journal is not surprised, because you really are, like, you're breaking through a lot of things. Even like I didn't even realize, and I'm here in Las Vegas, I had no clue of this event that's happening tonight. And it's like you're coming all the way out here, and in a couple hours, and then boom, at 8:00, you're going right into it for whatever they have for you.
Yeah, life is pretty crazy lately. Running around, going on set, doing promo. It's pretty crazy, but I love it. I love this lifestyle. I love just not knowing what I'm gonna do next week, and just getting surprised by all these things that are happening. I'm really happy of what's going on in my life right now.
When we think about Instagram, when we think about TikTok, you're just going through this like a freight train that has no brakes. What's it done for you in your career, Javi, especially with TikTok? Have you gotten more auditions? Are you getting more projects? I mean, you're super excelling at a rate that I don't know of many other people that are going in this, especially for someone with your stats.
Well, thank you so much. TikTok was definitely a big surprise for me. I wasn't looking, like I didn't even know what TikTok was when it's actually a crazy story. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, because so I was at my apartment complex. I just moved to LA, and I saw a couple of guys making videos on their phones with a tripod. And, I'm always very curious. So I went to them and I was like, well, what are you guys doing? And they were like, so we are doing videos for this new app called TikTok. So one of the guys helped me downloading the app and creating an account. And I made just one video that night. I was like, I'm not sure about this video. This is not my thing. So I almost deleted it. And then I went to sleep and I woke up. And when I woke up, he was calling me, the guy that helped me out setting up my account. And he was like, what's going on with your TikTok? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I thought I got hacked. But what was going on is that video was at, I think it was like 12 million views overnight and out of nowhere. And I had like 100,000 followers, like literally overnight. When I went to sleep, I had 0. So yeah, it was immediately I knew that I found something very, very special. And I started creating videos every single day for a couple of years now. And yeah, it's been great. It's been giving me a lot of opportunities and also a lot of presence in LA, which is a hard place to be with so many celebrities and influencers. But it did make me a name on TikTok and from that, like more in TV and like movies. So I'm really, it's one of those things that like change your life.
Well, with I'm looking at it here, 10.7 million followers. I can only imagine, like I'm on TikTok and, I keep it to my area, my arena. But to look at this and what you have, like I would love my content to explode, in what you're doing. And it really meets to the fact that you stay in your own lane, you stay to what you know best, you bring yourself authentically forward, your views are incredible, the interaction is very, very organic. And, with this, it's like having a mini TV network. That's what it looks like for you, as though you have some sort of network here. And it's not just to where you're doing TikToks. Like there are some really brilliant videos on here, really good content. But most importantly, as we usually see on social media, I'm going to be honest, I'm not impressed with a lot, is people who create content for the hype. You create content that matches who you are as a person. And I believe that's why you're super excelling, because I don't see a lot of, I actually know nothing here that is like I would consider BS because I'm watching you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much as well. Yeah, I'm just, in most of my videos, I'm just having fun with my friends. And yeah, I don't think too much about what I want to post. I just want to, whatever I find funny or, I don't know, I hang out every day with my friends and with the people that I work with, and we just create fun stuff. And I'm glad that, yeah, people, I don't know, I get a lot of comments of people saying like, oh, this just made my day, or I was sad, but now I'm way happier. And that's what it's all about, as an artist. Like, I care so much about what the people that follow me say and think about my work.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really, I don't know, it just makes me so happy that I'm changing, just even if it's just one person, and I'm making them happier. Like, yeah, that is everything to me.
Before all of this, the recognition, the awards, what was life like for you? Like, who was Javi Luna before TikTok, before Instagram, before film, before awards?
Oh, I was a disaster. I wasn't good in school. Like, I was definitely not a good student. I did get good grades, but I did get really, really bored about math and all that stuff. And, I would have like a lot of arguments with my mom because like my brothers are all engineers, and there was something inside me that I was like, this is just not my thing. And, I think it's great that those classes that I would take like would be so boring to me, because I was able to find what truly makes me happy. And yeah, I think that happens to a lot of people actually. You just need to find what you're good at and what you truly, truly enjoy. And probably that's your journey, not necessarily, go to college and, do what everybody does just because your parents want you to do it. But what truly makes you happy. And yeah, I think before that, I was really just trying to find myself and who I was. I found myself a lot of times being misunderstood because I wanted to do different things. And, I started dancing. I remember very young, I painted as well. I played the piano and played the guitar. And my friends, some of them were like, okay, well, if he likes this, but some other ones that they truly made fun of me. So, I'm glad that I kept through, all the comment, like I didn't really care that much about all the comments on the negativity around me, and I truly went for what made me happy. And yeah.
What are the thoughts that go through your family and the support? What is said to you every day, or maybe not being around? Are there words of encouragement from your parents?
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's one of the hardest things is, being apart from my family. I wish I had my family here, and I could see them every day. But sadly, with the whole pandemic, and then I filmed 2 movies last year, I haven't been able to see my family in over 2 years. And my family, they're just my biggest support. Every time like I get really in my head, I just talk to my mom or to my dad, and they make me understand that, it's not that big of a deal, and life continues. At first they were very surprised. My mom, not so much, because my mom always knew that I was, she always says that I was very extreme. Whenever I was happy, I was the happiest person in the world. And whenever I was sad, I cried the most, out of anyone. But so she wasn't surprised when I said that I wanted to be an actor. She was like, yeah, I really, really think this is you should do this. even though she was scared of me not going to college. My dad was a little more, it took a little longer for him to realize that this was my thing. And I remember the first time I said, I want to do this. And my dad was like, if you want to do this, I'm not going to support you or anything, blah, 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 the typical dad thing. But then I remember the first time that he saw me on TV. That's when everything changed, because I got a TV show really fast, like really, really fast within the first month or a couple of months that I wanted to do this, that I decided that I wanted to do this. And the first time that he saw me on TV, my dad was like, you know what? I was wrong. This, you need to do this. And yeah, I still remember one of that moment, very vividly.
What are the most proudest moments? And as you're sharing, I'm thinking to myself, because you're extremely young. What are the most proudest moments? Is it Disney? Is it the films? Is it the self realization and happiness of knowing that you found your purpose, your great purpose? That's very different from, your siblings and other members of your family that, this is where it worked in your favor and you didn't fall into it. Both of you found each other. Your purpose and yourself found each other at its most perfect time. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of moments that I felt like, okay, this is amazing. But I do remember, I think the one moment that changed my life the most was when they told me that I was going to be a part of the cast of Violeta on Disney Channel. I think that's when everything changed, because at that time I was working on a TV show in Spain, but it was only Spain. It was a smaller role. And when I got Violeta was already literally the biggest teenage show in Latin America and Europe, and I would say honestly, some other parts of Asia as well. It was huge. And when they told me that I got it, I knew that my life was going to change, and it did change completely. It was my first international show that was going to be watched by the entire world. And it was crazy, because I remember when I auditioned for the show, I went against some of my idols in Spain. And I was like, just the fact that I'm in the same room with these actors is crazy to me. But when I got it, I was like, there's just no way. So yeah, that was the moment that my life changed the most. And then I am really proud as well that when I came here to LA, I struggled at first because I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any friends or anything. And being, speaking another language, being from Spain, and it was hard. It was really hard. But I am really proud of myself that I dreamt it so hard that I could make it become a reality. And I pushed through the hard moments and the moments that I felt lonely. And I didn't give up, and I stayed here. And, now I'm just so happy.
Are there any other upcoming projects, anything that we have to look forward to, Javi, that you could potentially share that your fans and those that are listening would like to maybe join in or be part of or connect to you with, whether it be online or offline?
Yeah, I'm working on one project right now that I can't say what it is, but very, very soon people will know. It's I really think I don't want to get in trouble, but it's a very good project. Okay. And then also I'm dropping my episodes on Somewhere Then. That's on my YouTube channel. I recommend everyone to watch it. It's a project that I created with a production company here in LA, and it's great. It's a psychological thriller. Definitely not what you would expect. It's pretty deep. The acting is great. And yeah, it's a great project. I'm dropping every new episode every Friday on my YouTube channel. So, if you guys want to go check it out, you're welcome to.
Perfect. In addition to these projects, these awards, people's rights are very important to you. People having the ability, this is a conversation you and I had several weeks ago while we were putting all of this together. And would you like to dive more into that? Because I remember you telling me that that's something you are very passionate about, is people having a voice, people being able to share their goals, their ideas, their expectations, their love for who they are and what they're about without restriction and judgment and limitation. Where does that sit with you now from our last conversation about this?
Yeah, I'm very, very passionate about equality. It's funny because I went to an event for a TV show called Acapulco. And I remember talking to you on the phone. I said, it just frustrates me a lot that there's so many people in this country that speaks Spanish and they have an accent. But then when you go on a TV show, they want the Latino, but they can't have an accent. They cannot have an accent. And it just blows my mind because there's so many people in this country. It just doesn't represent reality. And I went to this event for this TV show called Acapulco, and the actors had an accent. And I went to the producer of the show, and I said, I am so inspired by this. I cannot believe that you're one of the few people that would be okay with them having an accent and actually embracing it. And he actually said, this is the only way to make it authentic. And I cannot agree more. In this country, there's so many different races, so many different cultures. And I think it is really important when people make movies and when people make TV shows to represent reality. And I don't know, I will forever fight for that because, I think it's just not fair for many people, the way because, you are the way you are to be treated differently. I don't know who can agree with that, but unfortunately there's people that act like that, and it's very sad to me. So I will definitely keep pushing for that and for equality. And we are all humans. We are all the exact same, and we need to be treated equally.
If you're able to share, Javi, have you personally ever experienced what you shared about because of having an accent, because of being Latino? Or is it that you've seen more of that with colleagues and friends or family members?
Yeah, I've seen it many times, many times. As soon as I speak, people act differently, and not only with me, even with other people that are Latinos and that they look different, they have darker skin or whatever. People really act different, people do, and that needs to end right now. And that's so integrated into society that most people don't even realize, but it is there. As soon as you see a person that has an accent, that, maybe has darker skin, a lot of people treat them differently. And that's just not fair. That needs to stop. And I see a lot of people that they're yeah, no, you're right or whatever, but they don't take action. And everybody is just as guilty for not taking action as the person, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, as the people that are just keeping quiet or saying something, something bad towards it. I don't know. I've heard it so many times that I need to get rid of my accent and all of that. It's just very frustrating, especially, when many people in this country have an accent and they work so hard for their families, and I don't know. It's just sad. It makes me really sad.
Do you believe, Javi, that you've lost opportunities and connections because of being Latino, because of having an accent, because of not being the type of person somebody wants you to be and wants you to sound like?
Oh, 100%. I've missed so many opportunities for having an accent. I've been working with my accent coach every time I get an audition for so long, and I don't know. I hear it all the time. If you like, it would be great if you don't have an accent. And every single time I think, but this is who I am. This is who I am, and this is how I express myself. And my friends love me for this. Not for something else. And I've heard it many times, and I've lost a lot of opportunities for that. Also, many agents that I've worked in the past, they've told me like, "Oh, you look way too, you look way too pretty. Like it would be great if you look like rougher." I'm like, but this is again who I am. Like why don't you try to accept who I am and try to get a job from that? Instead of making me different so I look like everybody else, and then maybe I'll get a job. I just don't understand that perspective, and I don't share it, and I don't agree with it. But I've definitely lost a lot of opportunities for that.
Do you believe, all honesty, that you will ever meet to the goals and expectations of what people want for you by sounding the way that I sound? I have I would say I sound East Coast, but there's a difference to where, someone's sounding, you're from another country. Is your goal to get rid of sounding Latino, or do you just not care and you're just going to continue to do the best that you can do? You're going to work with the people that best respect and understand you, and on projects that meet to the goals and expectations, and not spend the rest of your life worrying about, a voice coach to get you sounding the way other people want you to sound?
Yeah, I think there's, and I really hope there's going to be a moment in the industry that they're going to realize that there's so many different cultures, and that, Latinos don't need to play the bad role. They can play the lead role that is, I think there's so many walls that we need to break. And I am hoping, and I have faith that it will happen, that the producers and the people in control are going to wake up and say, here, this is not the reality. Like we don't need to cast, different race and different types of characters. Everybody can be everything, because that is the reality. There's good people and bad people in every single culture, every single country, etc. And that's a wall that the people in the industry need to break. And I really hope, and I think it will happen. I don't know when. I think some steps are being taken. I do think that it should be faster too. But I really, really hope there's going to be a moment where we're going to see, beautiful TV shows with, many different cultures, and really, really respecting the cultures and how they are.
I'm thinking to myself, like, what to ask you, because it really is a sensitive topic and subject, and I don't want to go too deep, because you really touched on all the most important bullet points when it comes to this. But what does come to my mind is someone that does not look like you, that does not sound like you, that has more of a thicker, intense accent, that maybe is darker, because you have a very light tone to you, which I believe that most likely has worked more in your favor, then I'm wondering if you would have been, a lot more tan or Latin looking. What would you say to those people that are darker, with more of an intense accent, who, whether they are in this industry, the entertainment, film, TV industry, whether they are TikTok famous or not, or in the hopes of becoming well recognized and respected within their passion and their craft? What words of encouragement can you say to them?
That's actually funny that you said that, because another thing that some of the people that I've worked with have told me is like, if you want to keep the accent, you should try to look darker, which is just is a horrible comment. It's just a horrible comment. But I don't really know how to encourage these people, because I like you said, like my skin is lighter, so I don't know how they feel. I cannot step in their shoes, but what I really want to say is like, I hope that the world is gonna change. It is changing in some areas, and I really think there will be a bright future. So that's the only thing I can say, because I don't go through what they have to go through. Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you would like to share with us and the listeners today on Power 98.5?
Well, to whoever is listening, really encourage everyone to love each other, no matter what color they are, or what culture they come from, or just we are all one, and we are all human beings. And just be nice. We can always be nice. We don't know what the other person is going through. So my dad always told me that being a good person is the most important thing in the world, and I do believe in it. So just be a good person.
You're not only doing it or believe in it, but you're doing it at the same time. And I'm truly, truly grateful to have the opportunity to know you, have you as a guest here on Live on Air with Steven Cuoco. Who would you like to give a shout out to, Javi?
Well, first of all, to you. So thank you so much for having me in your space. I really appreciate your time. And I just want to, thank my fans for the unconditional support every single day that I wake up with a bunch of DMs of, them just saying how grateful they are for everything I do. It means the world to me. So I want to thank my fans for everything.
Give us your social media handles where everyone can connect to you on TikTok, on Instagram. Where's the best go-to really enjoy who you are, what you're doing in the world, and being the best representative for yourself and for other Latinos?
Yeah, so you guys can follow me at Javier Luna everywhere. So it's JAVILUNA.
Javi, thank you again for being with us here live on air with Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 satellite radio. It truly is an honor to have gotten to know you before this interview and during this interview. And you've got to keep me posted. I'm really wanting to attend one of your film premieres if possible. I don't care even if I got to come out to LA, I'll do it. I mean, you're coming here to Vegas. It's only a 4-hour drive, but I will take a plane because I am not into those drives at all. The idea of those areas where there's no civilization really, it kind of scares me because, it's just desert. And I don't like to drive in that. I want to make sure that I can get my gas. And I had a scare years ago of not knowing if I was going to make it or not, because I was assuming that there was going to be more civilization, and there wasn't. So, are you flying or driving out today?
I'm driving.
You're doing that 4-hour straight drive?
I am.
Wow.
For some reason, I love driving.
Okay.
It calms me a lot. Yeah.
I'm going to keep you in positive thought and prayer. And how long are you going to be staying out here, Javi?
I'll stay there until Sunday, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, really? You're going to be here all weekend?
Yes, I'm leaving Sunday morning, like very early in the morning. But
Okay.
But yeah, the festival is Friday and Saturday.
Awesome. Well, stay on the line. Don't hang up. I definitely want to sort out potentially meeting you if there is time at all. And I do know where Area 15 is, where this event's going to be hosted at. Javi, thank you again. I mean, I'm very, very happy that you're here. I want you back on. Don't be a stranger. Please reach out at any time, whether you have a project, if there's something you want to say, if there's anything happening in the world at all that's just very much upsetting you, and you're like, you know what, I want to speak out about this. I need to speak up about this, not only for myself, but for other people that don't have the platform and the ability to do what I can do. You have my permission to do that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Javi. Wow. I mean, what else is there to say about this incredible, young, talented man? Not a kid. He's a very, very much a young, talented guy, actor, performer. Javier Luna. I mean, listen to this over and over again. This is the future, our future. And I know there are times that people really have said on social media, made negative comments about, our millennials and Gen Z. But this is our generation. There are hundreds of thousands of people like Javi that are out there, and they are making a difference, not talking about it, not complaining about the change that we need and that has to be done. They are taking the power in their hands, and they're doing it, and they're starting with themselves. So I'm very proud of you, Javi. Thank you to everyone here and all around the world. I'm Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.